Peter Kiernan with me. Whilst we on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll still see Judge Gorsuch, but we want to give some market coverage here because now we're down 125 points. I say it's because the market may believe that the president doesn't have the votes he needs for Thursday. What say you?
I say that, excuse me, some of the early optimism was the House Freedom Caucus initially said, we're not standing down, but we're not requiring our members to oppose. What that really was an invitation to negotiate with Trump and other leaders. And that negotiation's been going on. When Donald Trump comes out of a meeting and doesn't say, it's beautiful, it's huge, I got it all worked out, that causes concern. He says, I may have the votes. For him, that's a long way. This is a negotiation, and this is his first rodeo.
Yep. Well, he told House Republicans, if you don't get behind this, you're going to lose in the midterm 2018 elections. He was very pointed about that. So he was laying down some harsh words today.
Yeah, so he was playing hardball in that.
Very much.
Yeah, but look at as Peter pointed out, he can afford to lose 21 Republicans in the House, right? But he's doing wheeling and dealing right now. Big horse trading going on.
What are the wheeling and dealing aspects? You reported on this, which is a carve-out for upstate New York counties.
That's correct.
They do not have to pay into Medicaid. Is that accurate?
That is correct. They'd avoid $2.3 billion in payments into the state Medicaid system for New York. Chris Collins and John Faso, Republicans in those covers those districts, they got that. So this is now being called the Buffalo buyout. It's being equated to, Ben Nelson's Cornhusker kickback to get that 60th vote for Obamacare, which was eventually rescinded. Ben Nelson did not get the $100 million for Nebraska.
And now we're down 139 points, Peter.
I think what's going on here is there's some small stuff like New York, but there's also some big stuff. As you know, there was an $85 billion kind of shuffle that went to seniors over 10 years, and a similar amount that went to the poor. So that's $150 billion in change in just the last 48 hours for the poor and seniors. So there was a lot of horse trading going on. He needs this bill. He needs this vote on
Well, what does that
Thursday.
tell you? The CBO report said it would cut the deficit $337 billion. That could be the honeypot that Paul Ryan and Trump uses to get that wheeling and dealing going.
I see the point. I just see the market down 128 points since the president came out of that meeting and Paul Ryan came out of that meeting.
See, the market doesn't count noses, but it does count uncertainty. It's about risk, and that's what you're seeing reflected here.
Herb London is with us. All things political this man knows about, including health care. Our analysis is, and I think we're pretty much united on this, that there is risk to the president's vote on Thursday, whether it passes the House. And that's why the market is down. You agree with that?
Oh, I do agree with that. I think there's a lot of arm twisting that will occur. And I do believe, however, that Donald Trump will get this bill through.
You think
I do think so, notwithstanding all of the concerns that you've raised here today. My feeling is that there will be a lot of horse trading, as you've suggested, but I'm also absolutely convinced that the president has put himself on the line on this one, and the Republican Party has put itself on the line, and this will get through.
Okay, now we're down 133 points. I want to just mention a couple of the tweaks which have been introduced to the Ryan plan in an attempt to get it past the conservatives in the House. End Obamacare taxes, backdate the ending of Obamacare taxes all the way back to January 1st. Am I accurate on that?
Yes, that is correct. Instead of next year, it's this year, retroactive.
Right. And as you mentioned, Peter, more tax credits for older people. That's another tweak going on there. The states may impose a work requirement on Medicaid recipients. That's in there as well. That's another tweak towards the conservatives. And states will get an option as to how they receive Medicaid funds. And another tweak.
And another tweak. 50 to 64-year-olds get more in the way of tax credit.
Okay.
That's another tweak.
Now, Herb, you've heard all of these tweaks. That's a lot of give towards the conservatives, and the market is still nervous that he won't get the votes he needs on Thursday.
The caucus within the House is undoubtedly going to be playing hardball, and they have. You see signs of it. Everything that you have mentioned is a manifestation of the hardball that they're playing at the moment. But my feeling is, in the end, Ryan has too much at stake. The president has too much at stake. There is no doubt this is going to go through. It'll just squeak through, but it will go through.
Well, that's what you think. But the market doesn't necessarily agree with you.
I know that. I realize that. But that's the uncertainty that Peter made reference to. Markets are always uncertain at times like this.